You don't have to make it harder for yourself than it actually is. A lot of times we project past memories into the now and into the future because we think it's going to be the same as it was in the past. But you got to realize that by staying there, by constantly reviewing it, by constantly revisiting it in your mind unconsciously, you literally create the same emotions, the same feelings, the same thoughts over and over again, and then experience the same thing, even if it's not there. And potentially, you even recreate the experience in the outside world because that's what you are experiencing inside. So you have to go within and check those feelings, check those memories, those thoughts, and see where there's a misalignment. Because if you do that and you see, okay, this is what I believe, or this is where I'm still holding on to the past. This is where I'm still thinking, if this wouldn't have happened, then blah, 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 When you check those beliefs that are just keeping you there, that's when you can come back to the now. When you come back to the now, you can create something new. You can create a new reality for yourself in any given moment. Does it happen within a second? No, it doesn't happen within a second. It happens within a second within. But then it takes time for it to catch up in the outer reality if you stay there and if it becomes natural for you to stay in this place. But what most people do is they project the same thoughts, the same feelings from the past into the now and ultimately into the future, because you create the future in the now. And we create a future based on what we have experienced in the past. So you have to go in there and say, okay, I see it. And then change it or recreate it. You can even go to the past and create a different past, even if this sounds funny. And even if it's not real. If you go into your mind and go to the past and recreate a different scenario, it would change the way you feel about the past. And that's what it's about. When you change the way you feel about the past, you change the way you feel now. And ultimately, that changes how you move into the future. So don't make it harder for yourself than it has to be. Let go of the past, revisit it, revise it, create something new if needed, and then come into the here and now and ask yourself, what is it that we want to do? Where do we want to go? What is it that I want to create? Immerse yourself more in the things that you desired and the things that didn't work out and the things that happened in the past. Because even if you think to yourself, like in the past, I was this, in the past, I was so good and I had this body and I had the fame and whatever it was, like, I don't care where you were. You have to come back to the now. Because that belief tells you, because this thing happened, my life became miserable, and now I have to stay in this miserable state. No, you don't. It's a choice. And the choice happens in your thoughts and in your beliefs. So you have to change the thoughts. First of all, you have to catch yourself being there over and over again. And the next time you catch yourself, you got to say, stop. This is in the past. I'm here now, and I can create something new. And the longer I stay there, the more I'm just taking the energy from the past into the now. And even if you had a lot of money and blew it away and now you're broke, you can make more money again. Even if you had a successful period in your career or your I don't know, whatever it is. Even if that fell away, you can start again and build something new. And guess what? The experience that you had, nobody can take that away from you. So you're not starting from scratch, even if it feels like that sometimes. And that's even a saying, like, you could take all the money from the world, from all the people, in a couple of months it will be back in the same hands. Like, all the millionaires would have the same millions again because they have the experience and know how to get it. But it's just a side note. What matters is that you don't make it harder on yourself than it has to be by constantly staying in the past. And also your language is very important. We constantly, like, the words we say have a strong power. And it's not necessarily just the words, but the energy behind the words. But we have agreed to certain things where we have an image. Like, if I tell you, think of the color blue, you will see blue and you don't see green. You know what I mean? Like, the trees are green. But if I would tell you the trees are blue, you would think like I'm crazy. Because we agreed to the word green being this. And that's why it's important to watch out for the words that you use. Because a lot of times when you say things like, I'm tired all the time, you're going to feel tired. When you say, I'm bored, you're going to feel bored. When you say, I'm stressed, I'm so stressed out, you're going to feel stressed. Because the words have a certain feeling attached to it. We decided that it's that. If the word stress, if we agreed that the word stress is relaxation, then it would be a different thing. But you can reframe it. Instead of saying I'm stressed, say there's a lot of energy right there. There's a rush of energy. How exciting. If instead of saying I'm bored, say okay, it's time to explore something. Like my curiosity wants to be expressed. If instead of saying I'm tired, say it's time to recharge. Maybe you say that in the nighttime, but don't say it during the day, because again, you trap yourself with those words. The words you say have a strong effect on how you feel and how you move through life. And also the metaphors you do use. Like if you say like I feel trapped, I feel like I'm in a cage. All of these words, they are subconscious images that you are then feeling inside of yourself without being fully aware of it. And if you change that, for example, you say my job, I feel trapped in my job feels like a cage. And what if you reframe it to, okay, I don't necessarily like this job, but it is a bridge for me to build the freedom that I desire. It's a sponsor. It helps me, it allows me to pay for my rent, it allows me to pay my bills, and if I manage my money well, it also allows me to build my own business or to work on the dream that I want to create. And then it becomes a sponsor instead of a cage, So those are my 2 things I would say for today, my 2 insights that I wanted to share with you. Don't stay in the past all the time. Revisit the past if you need it. Create something new, even if it feels silly. Like you can literally take the negative scenario, and imagine it in a positive light. And this might seem like spiritual bypassing, but it's not about you lying to yourself and saying this really happened. It's just about you feeling into it. And by feeling into it, you change the energy and how you see the past. And if you change how you see the past, you come into the now and then can create a different, more empowering future for yourself. And the second thing is just paying attention to the words and the language you use, how you describe your day-to-day life, because it has a huge effect on how you feel and how you go through life. And it's all in your thoughts, it's all in your beliefs. And if there's something where you feel like you can't do it or you want to do it and you keep on holding yourself back, check these 2 things. Check if I'm always lingering in the past, or check your language. What language are you using? And also check your beliefs, because it's all in here and in here. How you think and how you feel, that's what creates your reality. So I hope this was helpful. If you need something to go deeper into this, I've created a free tool called the Root Pattern Decoder that shows you how to uncover the hidden beliefs that are in conflict with what you say that you want, so that you can see it and start transforming it and work with it instead of it working against you. You can get that for free in the description or in the bio. And apart from that, I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here.